Alright, hey guys, Mr. Pal Kev in Raleigh. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. It's actually 4 o'clock in the morning now because it's daylight savings time or whatever. But, so, I just did a delivery for some McDonald's food, which I assumed was like to some stoner dude who was gonna be like, all like fat and disheveled and like stoner looking. But it was this really gorgeous woman who answered the door, college like girl, and I just was like, whoa! And she had like pink and green and blue hair, and I was just like, oh golly, here's your chicken tenders, lady. Wow, that was quite a thing. That wow, you know. And I really didn't know what to do with myself. I was so shocked. But anyway, that's not really what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is goddamn immigrants in this country. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not, if there's a certain percentage of you that aren't gonna hear what I have to say about it, and there's a certain percentage of you who are gonna be okay with it, and there's a certain percentage of you who are gonna like it. But the people who are even okay with it probably don't even get why I'm pissed right now. So we know that these people are coming up from South America. I'll be with you. The reason I have never touched on this subject as a Kevin in LA thing before is because I'm kind of with you. I don't get them. I like their culture is very old and mysterious, and it's kind of scary. And the familia thing, and like the whole all this stuff, and like their grandmas with their special ethnic spices that they're probably using to, like, I don't know, like cast hexes on people. I see. It's like that's the kind of thing. There's a weird juju going on, and it's like, but it's not. It's just culture, you know. It's just that grandma is she's just really good at making, a bean casserole or something. She's not. And the problem is that they don't speak the same language as us. It's basically the problem, and that's basically the problem that I have. I can deal with anybody as long as I can communicate with them. If I can't communicate with you, then I have a problem, and it's my problem. I should be able to communicate with everybody, but I can't because I'm not.
In 2 miles, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 11 for Six Forks Road South.
Thank you. I'm good with one language, and that's English, and that's even up for grabs. So anyway, so I understand why people are upset about this, but they're being shitheads, and these people are not bad, and they deserve. If they want to come here, they should come here. They should come here in fucking droves. They should take over. I mean, not take over, but like just be a vast part of our southwestern and like California area, because that's where that's kind of where they are and where they flourish. And the thing is, it's like they're not out there killing people. They're just doing their jobs. And the reason why I'm mad is because I had a panic attack tonight at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up and I thought that the powers that be in the universe were telling me that this shit wasn't going to stand anymore, and that they were going to shut me down if I didn't stop having so much fun. And this happens from time to time. Like I get this panic attack, and it's really, really scary. It's this existential fear that I have that
in half a mile, use the right 2 lanes to take exit 11 for Six Forks Road South.
Got it. It's this fear that I have that at some point, some calm voice is going to say, "That's it. We're done with you. You've just been a pain in our ass too long, and you're done." And they're going to pull me somewhere, and it's going to be horrible.
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 11, then keep left at the fork.
And that sounds really like...
Keep left at the fork, then use any lane to turn slightly left onto Six Forks Road.
That sounds really paranoid, but it's just kind of how I feel. Like, use
any lane to turn slightly left onto Six Forks Road.
it's not how I feel, it's just how I feel at 2 o'clock in the morning sometimes. So, anyway, so that happened, and I'm gonna turn this off because this actually is kind of irritating me. Oh, there you go. You're just gonna have to deal with not seeing me. Time to drive again. All right, she's gonna talk in a second, so hang on.
Continue on Six Forks Road for 1 mile.
Thank you. Okay, for the next mile I can talk. So, I'll drive slow. So, I got a panic attack. For some reason, I just woke up and I turned my Postmates thing on. Oh, I gotta check and see what I got for that shit. Okay. I made the delivery. Oh, man. So, I made the delivery, and then, but the thing is, I saw the dinger went off, and I was like, oh, it's a McDonald's. I'm gonna go to a McDonald's. So I go to this McDonald's on Capitol Boulevard at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's really 3 o'clock because of the time change, but it's actually only 2 o'clock. And so suddenly, I'm going through this line, and this guy comes on, and I can hear
in a quarter mile, turn right onto Forum Drive.
Thank you. I can hear in his voice that he's just exhausted, right? Because who wouldn't be at 3 o'clock in the morning? Nobody's supposed to be up. Like, I'm up, but that's just because I'm an idiot, right? So, whatever. Hang on, she's gonna get confused.
Take the next left.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to, but I'm gonna just stop for a minute because I gotta say this stuff, okay? And this is just wasting everything.
In 600 feet, turn right onto Forum Drive.
I will. This is just wasting everybody's time right now. Me driving, so I didn't realize I was gonna be back so soon. I'm just gonna park, and hopefully she'll shut up. All right. So anyway, I decided that I'm going to go ahead and just take this delivery from McDonald's. And then so I pull in and go through the drive-thru, and the guy sounds exhausted, and why wouldn't he be? And I get up, I'm following it, and there's this guy, and in front of me there's this van, it says, Extreme Detailing. And they're like, so there's obviously, these guys have been working late or drinking late or something, or but they're driving the Extreme Detailing van, and they kind of like have an argument with the guy, as he's giving out this food. And I'm just like sitting there waiting, and I'm like, okay, well, come on, guys, let's get a move on. But they do, and then I get up to the thing, and I look in the place, and it's just completely empty except for this. I'm sure there's a couple of cooks in the back or doing whatever, but there's just one guy, and he's just like some Mexican guy or Hispanic guy, right? And he looks exhausted, like his whole face is just 5 o'clock shadow and everything like that. But he's gamely enough doing this shit, and there's a robotic cup dispenser that's going bleep, 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 and he's doing all this stuff, and he's doing a good job at what he's doing. And so he comes to the window, and he takes my card, and then when he gives me my food, I say, ha 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 ha, some stoner kid's gonna be really excited that it's the 21st century. And he smiled, and he laughed, and I saw it in his eyes, like he actually was smiling, but he was so tired. And I realized that this guy, I don't think that this guy is necessarily, don't fucking call ICE on him or anything, but I don't think this guy is necessarily an illegal, but the people that are coming here and doing these shitty jobs for us, they need to be treated with a little more respect, and they need to be treated like, I don't know, it's not fair the way that this whole thing, coming down on these people who are here and just trying to work because they can't get jobs in their country, and they come here and work, and they do the shittiest jobs that we don't want to do. It's like, come on, guys. This is not good. You can't just fuck over. We're all part of this big thing. It's not, the world is bigger than just fucking down your street, you know? And I hate to tell you this, America, because I love you, first of all, but get over your shit, man. It's like, you guys, you're not so great that these people want to... Do you understand that the people from Mexico aren't coming to America because they want to, like, hang out with you, Mr. fucking, I live in Wisconsin and I have, like, a John Deere riding mower? Like, they don't come here because they want to be a part of your family. They come here because they want to work and have their life. And they want to have their family. If they could stay in Mexico or wherever, that they would. And that's why they come here and they're not assimilating, because it's like, God damn it, they don't want to be here. They do want to be here. It's just they do want to be here, but they would rather be home. I mean, this is the same goddamn thing that was happening in the 19th century with the Irish, you know, and they were all like, Johnny boy, singing about going back to Ireland and all this stuff. I wish I could be back in Dublin with my old family, you know? And that's like, yeah, that's kind of sweet and bittersweet and everything. But the thing is, it's like, yeah, because America is not, they didn't come to America because they wanted to be Americans. They came to America because they had no other choice, or they were going to starve. And these people don't have any choice, or they're going to starve. So they come here. And so us being really ingracious to them and being like, well, you don't belong here. You just want to come here and take our stuff and do all this and blah, blah, blah. They don't want to take our stuff. They just want to work and get a wage and take care of themselves. That's it. Most of them, 99% of them, yeah, there's some fucking drug dealers, but the reason they're doing drugs is because of not, you know, the reason that there's a fucking drug cartel in Mexico is not because the Mexicans are doing goddamn drugs. It's because the fucking white people, your fucking capitalist swines up in New York City, need their goddamn cocaine. Okay? That's why. So you're blaming all this shit on the Mexicans when it's not them. It's because of you, assholes. That's why they gotta come here, because they can't live their decent lives in their own countries because you need to have a fucking nose candy. And that's bullshit too. So fuck off. So they come here, and then they don't want to learn the language and all this stuff and all that. And like, I get it. Like, eventually they will. Their children will. And their children will, definitely. And it's like, yeah, but it's not going to happen immediately. You don't just walk into a place and just automatically know all the rules to some place. They're being intensely unfair to this entire group of people who are not even like doing anything wrong other than trying to like raise their families. And some of them are bad, and some of them are murderers, and some of them are rapists. Guess what? Some of everybody is murderers and rapists. I mean, it's just the way it is. So I don't think that Mexicans are any greater threat to your daughter's vaginas or your son's fucking assholes or any of this stuff than any American is. Because it's like, they don't have time to fucking do crimes because they're working so goddamn hard. And they don't want to make a lot of, I mean, they do like to party. They do like to party. I will say that. Having lived in the neighborhoods, they do like to party a lot. And sometimes it's annoying when it's at 2 o'clock in the morning and it's like the thud, 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 and they've got their mariachi music and they've got their fucking like, you know, I don't even know what you would call it, like club, like Mexican club music going. But like, okay, that's fine. They like to party. Like, who doesn't like to party? I'll tell you who doesn't like to party. The fucking white stick up their ass goddamn Republicans in this country. That's why. Who doesn't like to party? I mean, I don't know what to tell you. You're wrong. You're wrong about this. Trump, all you guys, I haven't been speaking out about it, but you're just dead fucking wrong. They help our economy. They're good people. They work their asses off. They laugh at my jokes, okay? That's got to tell you something. They're good people. So it's just bullshit the way that we're treating these guys, and I don't like it. And I think that it should stop. And if I could do something, I would. But this is me doing something right now, saying these are the reasons why you should stop. And if anybody watches this and is like, oh, you know, I never thought about it that way. Well, fuck it, you should have thought about it this way. And I'm sorry. And then it's like, just fucking think before you vote and do all this shit, because you gotta. That's thinking is like the big thing. Just think all the way through to the end before you decide what you're gonna do. God damn it. This is Kevin in Raleigh, feeling very much like he's on his high horse, but, you know, whatever. I will see you in the funny papers, motherfuckers.